But yeah, what I was saying is they trying to pass a bill to where if you're not married, you have to take a DNA test to sign the birth certificate.
How you feel about that?
Boy, I think that's the greatest thing on earth.
It should be that way.
What you definitely need it because it won't be all this. Is it? Is it not? Or a nigga who get mad at the girl that ain't my baby and that ain't none of that no more. And there's gonna be a lot of women who got a baby by somebody else, and this man taking care of the. He can go ahead and go out the door if he want to.
I agree.
So I feel it's a great law. I think it should be passed through the country.
What y'all men's face that y'all need to collectively, y'all need to get some intelligent motherfucking man.
I want to hit it.
And be y'all's motherfucking sounding board and speak for y'all on this behalf. In America, they'll tell y'all smooth to y'all face. You can be a legal father, and you can be a biological father, and them motherfuckers ain't got to be the same motherfucker. And that's a motherfucking problem for me. Like, seriously, right?
So a nigga that make the baby
Because the
don't have
biological
to
mama
be
is the legal mama without nobody saying a motherfucking
Yeah.
word to her, right? Ain't nobody ask her shit. Baby, you can't even walk your baby out the fucking hospital. Mark my words on this shit. You go to walk your baby out the hospital, they gonna stop your ass and tell you get that baby to its mother. Because it's against the motherfucking rules for you to take that baby out. The baby belongs
to the mother. And that is true though.
And biological.
But that's true.
Let me be clear. But we just had a motherfucking talk, right? Asked Slum a while ago. If a motherfucker's married, well, they were not married. But let's just say you are married and you are estranged from your wife. Let's say you and your wife stop fucking with each other. You ain't never not divorced. You ain't never divorced her. And she gonna have a baby by somebody else. That's that nigga biological.
That is his child.
But it's your child legally, nigga.
I don't agree with that.
That's
I wouldn't agree
up,
with.
Right?
That is very fucked up.
So
Now,
do that?
I don't think that should go down because the person that's biologically made this person is their father.
The legal fucking
That is the legal father. It came out of your scrotum. That's your baby.
Hey,
you put it in her vagina.
They did
They
did my cousin.
You gotta legitimize your motherfucking child.
Hey, they did my cousin like this. He had a baby by it sound crazy. He my cousin on one side, she my cousin on my daddy's side. So he had a baby with her, and they had another baby. So he go to jail every other month, child support, da 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 da. Come to find out at 12 years old, they take a DNA test. The baby ain't his. But the judge said, you've been playing this long, you gonna pay.
Nah, see, nah.
Is
the judge God?
We gonna be
the judge is a man. He can't. No.
Because once he told, I'm just saying with the law. I ain't saying what's right or wrong.
Heard that happen too.
Yeah, brother, you been paying this long. You signed the birth certificate. If you been doing it this long, continue to do it.
You cannot tell me.
They say you
the way to operate my life. If I move in the pretense, because I was tricked into this. I thought this baby was mine, so I acted as if it was. When I found out that it's not, you can't expect me to act the same way that I did when I was under other pretenses. You can't do that.
You don't have to act no way. You just gotta pay that child support.
No, the fuck you don't. And that's what you know. What I'm looking for a change of careers and field. Maybe I need to start working with the baby daddies that's getting fucked over out here, cause that ain't right, bruh. And if you see this right, and even the law said, nah, that's not cool, bro.
That shit's not right.
Common sense and logicality they'll make you see that ain't right.
That shit need to go that's common fucking sense.
That ain't no cool shit, bro.
Need to be the fucking legal father.
That's just with the law.
Just like a woman can pick up her child and go wherever the fuck she want to go. Cause honestly, and I know everybody got this exception to every fucking rule and shit, but your business, to me, as far as I'm concerned, your business is your motherfucking business. I don't like getting woke up in the middle of the night to get a text, cause this shit done went and blew my whole fucking phone up, and I look at my phone to find this child missing with his father. That ain't none of my.
It's not kidnapping. It's just he created the child.
Now sometimes these motherfuckers be dangerous. Again, Shawty, you knew that nigga was low that.
And you let him shoot up your
club. Like the one.
You let him shoot your club up.
That nigga like.
So not right.
I don't like to see that shit automatically. You can just call the motherfucking police because this nigga didn't bring the baby back when you wanted him to, or you were 5 minutes later, 10 minutes. You
know what petty is? You know, people be petty.
The little girl had your motherfucking baby on live because they was together. Whatever the fuck.
Like, that's a lot.
Niggas should not be able to just be held by the nuts with their own fucking.
They should not.
Talking about you kidnapped your child. That's stupid as shit.
And I advocate for all fathers, real fathers, stepfathers. Goddamn it, we got to come together and raise these babies and make the world a better place.
that's just like
God
this.
damn it.
Say you've
real.
been planning for 3 months. You've been planning 3 months this vacation with you, your old lady, y'all kids together, your older kid that came from someone else. You know what I'm saying? She may have a kid. She may have a kid from someone else, and y'all going on a big family. You want all your kids together, and it's all good till it's time to go. And now the mama saying, "Well, we have something to do. She can't go," but she over your house, and all you got is air and opportunity to just go ahead and leave. You telling me she can't go now, and you gonna tell me the day before we getting ready to leave? I just might leave a day early, and we all still going. That's where the Amber Alert come in at. Like, oh no, he took the baby. But we already had planned this for I don't know how long. But now you just got in your feelings, and now you don't want, because now all the kids are going. You thought it was just your kid, but you see her kids are going by some. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't gonna just say women, people.
I don't think it should be that with the kids involved, though. And I say I think the adults should be grown enough to understand and mature enough to know that it's not about y'all. It's about the children.
Sometimes that's the only way to hurt the man, because the man don't
But
care
see,
about
that's
you
why
no
I'm
more.
trying to eliminate
But
it.
he
It's not
loves his
about
child.
the adults. It's about the children.
But see, when
That's
when a-
petty shit going on with the
you remember
adults.
when a woman's fed up, you ever heard?
Yeah,
that
nigga, I'm living through it. I already
So,
understand how fed
with
up women
that-
get.
Well, when that
But it's
happens,
like when the child lies in the balance, you can't be petty with the other person when it affects the life of the child.
Right, man.
Because
They-
I don't
sometimes
have no
they-
children, but I'm saying, bro,
sometimes they use that baby as a shield,
that is true. But I'm saying you should not do that.
a bargaining.
It shouldn't be
chip.
done.
Like, if you're not with me, you can't be with your baby.
That's why a lot of us fucked up now, because we probably
And
lived
then
through
you
that,
got
didn't even know.
But then you got the
These
niggas
children
who be
going through
like,
that.
if I ain't with you, I don't want nothing to do with that baby. So you got both sides to each thing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like it shouldn't be that with it. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying it
Only
shouldn't be
person
that way.
getting hurt is the baby in the middle.
That's why we have big issues, because now y'all forcing motherfuckers to have babies.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
making it to where
when
you have
could have
to.
aborted the mission and y'all went in y'all separate ways.
Deal with people that don't want to have to deal with, obviously. And I tell people, be careful. Anyway, you can't change the motherfucker baby dad, baby mama after the fact. You stuck with that motherfucker. That's who it is. You can't meet another nigga and be like, this your daddy now. 'Cause
Yeah, you
not-
can't do that. That don't work.
You can't meet
And the
another
child
nigga
knows.
like, this is your mommy now. Like, no.
Then that shit don't go
No.
like that.
That's who it is. Whoever your ass chose, whoever you open your legs for, poke that's who you stuck with.
So, ladies, do not let these guys shoot up your club. You should not be having raw sex with random people anyway, but just don't let them shoot up your club. I mean, come on. Let's be responsible about the things that we do. One thing I will say, they make labels when you drink shit. It says drink responsibly. Condoms should come with a label that says fuck responsibly.
Ain't nobody
But
reading that little language.
because nobody uses condoms anymore. I understand that, but I'm saying you should have that much contact about yourself to know that a person putting their raw piece of meat inside of your vagina or your body is going to come with consequences if it is done the correct way to create a person.
Hey, from 21
And
and
it's too,
under,
not even about just the babies. It's monkeypox. There's a lot of other shit
Hey,
going on
let me
around
say-
you. Why would you do that?
21 and under, how many people you think know what naloxone 9 is?
Probably not many. I mean,
You see what I'm saying?
it's not being
so if
taught.
that's what you talking about. Writing on one of them, they ain't even reading what it is. So lambskin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
because
don't
we're
know
not
what
making it something that you need to know. Like condoms are absolutely obsolete in this point in time.
Like-
Even though it's people that use them, they obsolete right now.
Like, do you ever see a commercial, a condom commercial? Like, you see herpes.
They used to be at the
commercial,
barber shop.
You see a commercial.
I left the barber shop today. No condoms in there. When I was a little nigga, they used to have condoms in the barber shop. Just
and
there
the-
to take
and
for
the-
free.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
Those
is,
are
have you
going no
seen?
more.
I'm talking about advertisement. Have you seen a commercial? Like you see
On the
people
radio,
with
you
a-
hear them on the radio.
I'm talking about see visually.
You don't see them. You don't see them at
A
all.
Magnum commercial. A
You hear him on the
Trojan-
radio.
Remember, you used to have Trojan
They used to have a
Man.
commercial. Yeah, he used to roll up on the commercial.
Trojan Man gone.
Because nobody uses condoms anymore. That's why we got all this shit.
You'll
coming.
see a Plan B. You'll see a Plan B commercial.
What you say, Islam? What you say,
before
Islam?
you see a condom commercial.
It's a damn shame.
But think about it. A Plan B commercial before you see a condom commercial.
I guess when I think about it, because like I'm not finna let nobody touch my body. I don't know. I get that part, but everybody don't think the way I think, and so like women and men have casual sex, and I'm just like, how the fuck y'all doing that?
Yeah, see, that's serious. And it's a real thing. Like just casual sex with a random person.
To me in a club and they skin touch my skin, I can feel that. I can feel that an hour later. You will see me doing some shit like this. And be like, what's wrong with her?
So nigga bumped into me over there.
I feel that shit. Like, so I'm like,
And
so have
A
somebody
nigga going inside of you, raw dogging, possibly shooting the club up, leaving residue of himself inside of you. Like, baby, you can. It's a choice you got to make too, in order to prevent all these laws that's being changed. Because
daddy daycare.
you don't have to get impregnated by a person. Like all the laws they making is if you don't act responsibly. Like this is what's gonna happen. You can't get rid of that little motherfucker. That's not really a person if you want to because you did something irresponsible. Or if something happens to you, they making it bad on both sides. Because if something happens against your will, you still can't do that. You know, and I don't find it to be right at all.
And they saying miscarriages are gonna be what miscarriages are gonna be like examined, like they're gonna really do like a real thorough.
But how can you? How can you?
Miscarriage because that's the type of boy you can still go to jail.
Not to mention, and I just read a story about a motherfucking woman in Texas who is this is the second time she done this shit. Left yet another fucking baby in the defects took the other baby, the first baby, 2019, and we all know that ain't that motherfucking long ago. It
3
ain't but
years.
motherfucking.
That
I
ain't
don't know
a lot.
how old that baby was. It ain't but 2022 right now, bitch. You got time to get pregnant again
And
and,
you-
spit out another baby and
In
leave
a
that one.
pandemic.
And leave that one in
Irresponsibility.
the fucking car too.
Irresponsibility.
This ain't gonna sound
Did
good.
the baby die?
I ain't gonna condone
Give him the
it.
truth, Slum. Give him the
I
truth.
ain't gonna condone it. But I understand a little sterilization on some of these hoes. I'm gonna tell you something. You need to be able to
Sterilization.
Hysterectomy. Take the
her
box.
uterus out.
Yeah, take the whole box out. Just a
Or
box.
somebody take
Oh,
her fucking block
shit.
off. Like that is.
Hey, you
not-
castrate men. Hey, de-box the woman. You know what I'm saying?
I mean that
'Cause some people
that
should
sounds
have
like that sounds cruel to say. I mean it
Castration is cool.
that is very
They gotta
cruel.
come out- You got motherfucker. You gotta have a license to serve a drink. You
Yeah.
ain't gotta take one class when you find out you mean tell me these bitches can go get a check, food stamps, everything they need from the government, but the government don't make them take one motherfucking class to show them how to change a diaper, check the baby motherfucking
This is true.
temperature,
You know, Planned
wash
Parenthood was
the baby.
abortion.
Like, nigga, give me a 6-week fucking class.
that
Make
is
them
true.
bitches do something to let me know.
And
They
that's-
might know how to take care of their
I feel
motherfucking
that.
baby.
I feel that because
Because
a lot
what
of
the
females
fuck?
have babies and they're not ready to be mothers.
Bitch, I can't motherfucker put a
Sure.
relaxer in your hair without going to school for a fucking year. And the state saying, okay, she can motherfucking
We gonna
do that,
license
but
her
I
to
can
do
just
that.
make a whole fucking life and let this motherfucker rip. And y'all
But you
gonna
see,
pay for it too.
on
and
the
I
flip
ain't
side of
gotta
that
get
too,
no
now.
certification.
And the more I have, the
On-
more money you gonna give me.
But on the flip, but on the flip side of that,
We got gold.
on the flip side of that is because you can't regulate how a person operates with their body or their
Correct.
lifestyle. That's why I hate with the
can't
law
regulate-
getting involved in
I
things
can't
like
regulate my criteria for giving you my motherfucking state checks, though.
that. Now, that is true. Now that is very true. That part you keep consistently doing, but it's like, okay,
You
how
have as
can
many
you?
babies as you want, baby.
They both juggle in one because it's like, okay, just like we can't. I don't agree with them regulating how a person moves. I don't like state laws being or federal laws being involved in how a person operates their body. Like prostitution should be illegal or
Right.
fucking shit like that. It's a person's body. You can't regulate shit like that.
Agreed.
But at the end of the day, it can be laws placed to where if someone misproperly does something, then you can regulate the law after that. But don't make a law on how a person chooses to live. You know what I'm saying? This is why like religion and law don't go hand in hand. You can't regulate religion or churches the way that people think they should be. So you shouldn't be able to regulate people like that. If a person has a baby with a person and they don't want to have or keep this baby, you can't tell them they have to because they may not want to do that because the wear and tear is going to put on their body or they physically, they may not be even physically fit enough to carry the baby and live.
Of America government says
But-
you can't do that.
But what if
vice
it comes-
versa, though, like when you fuck, and if a girl gets to decide, then a guy should be able to decide too. If that girl walk up on that dude and be like, I'm pregnant, he like, I don't want to have no baby. Why he don't get to decide?
I don't think. I think.
He should be able to
I don't
sign
think.
his cousin
He
right.
should not
no.
be legally fucking responsible for that
I don't think.
baby.
Exactly.
I think the reason
And he
that
don't want to be like
he
you know,
is-
why she get to decide?
he's part creator,
Exactly.
but she carries the bulk of the work of it.
But
But
if
she
she
has to
don't-
carry the baby within her body. So if she
Okay.
chooses not to, you can't tell her she has to because this is her body.
The nigga, you
Yes, you
responsible for
can.
that
The
motherfucker.
government
You
just
could be-
passed the law. You
Well, she spit it
remember
out. If she
Roe
chooses to go
versus
through with
Wade.
the full term.
Roe
and-
versus Wade.
That
just
shit is-
passed-
they
just
reversed it
passed-
now,
They just
and that's-
reversed the law.
But they
and,
should have never gotten to that, and that should never been a law in the first place.
Man, you know how many people
It
used to
should never
stand
been the
outside
law in the
of
first place.
abortion clinics and picket since the.
It should not have
They
been a
been
law in
doing
the
that
first place.
since they made the law.
And that's before contraceptive. They didn't have
They,
condoms back then.
hey, they saying that's killing a child. That's murder. They saying it's murder. Like people looking at it, like Peter, how they talk about the animals. Hey man,
If
people
the
are
baby
real
is not
self-conscious
developed,
about
if the
certain
baby
things.
is not developed into a full living, breathing
You
They
can't
creature,
say it was-
it's not a
forklift
murder.
nigga without certification.
Yeah, you got to
Like
be
a
certified.
whole person,
Unless you come to my job, you jump on that mug.
Don't tell them what we don't want to know. Nah, Finn, no.
Shut it down.
Don't tell nobody
Shut
that.
it down.
You can make a whole serial killer. Ain't nobody gonna motherfucker stop you. Like what? the
Cause you let them lock his
Yeah.
door. We were talking about that the other day. Who lets their child lock their door?
I don't think children should have locked doors.
Bedroom door.
Yeah, I don't think children should lock doors. But I mean,
Once you get a certain age, once you get about
How
16,
a locked
17.
door will bother anybody in the home that they fully pay for.
exactly,
What-
that is
Your
a
children
red
have
flag.
a right to privacy, or at least the thought of privacy.
Yeah, the thought I like that
If I-
better. The
if-
thought of privacy.
But see, this is what it is.
Think you
If
have
you
privacy.
if you have my trust and I believe in you, I'ma knock and then open.
Absolutely, I'm not gonna hear that.
Now, if you ain't got my trust, I'm just open. If you really messing up, I'm gonna take the door off the hinges.
But what if you just open the door? What if you just
Yeah, so
open the
I ain't
door?
just finna be
Yeah,
practiced
I'm
no
going to open the door.
another way.
It's not gonna be locked though for me to open the door, and I have to wait for somebody to come unlock it. No, not in my house. Never.
Yeah, if you take too long, I might.
I might
that
kick
bad
it
boy
in.
might come off
That
the
bitch coming off the hinge. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
that.
might
You gonna
just
open
kick
this
it in.
motherfucker? What are you doing to where you need this much privacy? What are you doing?
Exactly.
But you know,
And that's.
privacy,
But
so-
I don't have kids, so I digress.
entitled to their sense of privacy, because none of us ain't got no fucking privacy. Y'all think?
Yeah,
y'all-
nobody does. These phones are
y'all
monitoring.
roll by y'all self scroll on y'all motherfucking phone. Well, if our phones decided to tell on our motherfucking ass,
And Android, them bitches, they tell. Oh lord.
Oh, they do tell her. They got the cloud. The
ain't
cloud
nobody
can
gonna have
tell.
no jobs.
No.
The cloud can tell, boy.
Like,
They-
wouldn't
Bitches won't have no voters.
I'm
Some of them motherfuckers.
Jail. Well, they have a
But-
whole lot of motherfuckers in jail. Maybe not. Shit, the motherfucker put me in jail to be in jail.
That's what I'm
But
with
yeah.
that. Lock them bitches up, because like I was
Oh,
saying this shit.
let me get back to mediating, man. We gotta go to the. We're talking about signing birth certificates, DNA tests.
I think
Go.
you should do that.
It should. I thought it was already done.
You
You
should,
know,
yes. I'm with that
But
shit.
you know, you can take DNA now while she's still pregnant. You ain't even gotta wait for the baby.
How,
to be born.
Sway?
I
How?
always felt like
How?
They gotta wait. I mean, it's legal right now. They
You can
do.
prick
it.
a nigga finger right quick like you do a motherfucking glucose test. They hit the man finger while he's standing there for you let him sign the motherfucker.
But what if he refused
And then
though? What if he
sign it in
refused?
blue.
What if he don't want to have that?
Then he can't sign the birth certificate.
Yeah.
You should never have.
Either that or he signed the motherfucker release saying he know that he don't know whether this is fucking child or not, but he legally responsible for that fucking baby for the rest of his life, because that'd be stupid as fuck to do.
Now I'm saying he might want to go through with it, but not at the time. Like nigga come there and it's like I don't trust the social that's doing it.
No, you gon' better trust him. You trust her to have that baby here.
That's like giving me a contract
You know
right
what
now.
I'm saying?
No, time out. That's like let's say that's like a contract. A nigga put a contract in your face right now. Sign this. Like, wait, let me take it and I'm gonna go get it read over. And when I come back and comfortable with my people looking over it, I'll sign it.
That's written. You thinking about that? This is a swab in your mouth.
Yeah, but you gonna
Open
sign
your
some
mouth.
shit you ain't sure about.
That
You ain't
like
signing
a
nothing. You just
contract, though.
swabbing your
Me,
mouth.
That's like insurance.
And they making
Yeah,
sure you the
it's
daddy.
contract.
And if you the daddy, then you sign something.
Yeah.
If you ain't the daddy, you don't sign nothing.
I've seen a lot of, and for the record, I've seen a lot of birth certificates without a daddy slot being signed.
Mine.
I've seen a lot of them.
Mine ain't got no daddy on it.
I as well. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, this would be a good thing. Yeah, later on, and I was a
But
kid
it's a lot
that
of
was subjected to that. Like, I had to go down to the place just to prove that this nigga was, we look fucking identical. My mother knows this, but it was a thing about it. So I'm like, well, I gotta go to this place and we gotta do this. Like, you putting the kid through that shit when they are able to kind of decipher certain things, like they know what's going on. You don't think they do, but it is.
Kid really has nothing to do with this right now, even though that's why you signed the birth certificate. But the kid really don't have. It's between the mama and the daddy.
The person that made it. Yes.
If it's the daddy, because think about it. If you didn't do it, you might be taking care of you. It ain't even about the money. It's about the feeling. Like you gonna get attached to this baby you think is yours, and then they gonna tell you one day that ain't your baby. And then
is that gonna change the attachment you had with the baby?
Who knows? You don't know your emotion till it happens. I can say a lot of things, but you don't know till it comes.
Like that puts you in a fucked up position anyway. Get your feelings all swirling up. Like why you gotta defend yourself if you ain't so attached no more? Like you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
all types of bullshit.
That's why I'm glad I ain't got no goddamn children. I hate them.
So if they do that, then they know that they would have to give fathers the same amount of rights as they do.
Exactly. Once you sign that birth, now the birth certificate really means something now. He's the real.
But to play devil advocate, the father, even though it takes two to create a life, the mother does have more say so because she carries the child. Like that. That's what I will say. That it's her decision because she holds the weight of the whole burden. She has to carry the baby. She has to have the baby. Some women die in labor, bro. Like I mean, you can't just give a person that
4 of my kids
take away that decision.
4 of the 6 of my kids, I cut them away from their mama. I cut them in biblical court. I cut them away from their mama. Pop. They gave me the right there.
See,
that my baby.
That gave you the right theoretically in your mind, nigga.
I can't, you know, you can't really describe to a man carrying a.
You can't.
Exactly.
You can't.
I wouldn't even want to know.
But to me, like even I breastfed my baby, right? So then my baby daddy, he's all jealous and shit. Like I don't like that shit. Like I don't like that he can't.
He's sucking on my titty.
No, he was like, I don't like that he got to eat from you. Like he looked to you as his nurturer exclusively because he got to eat from you. So he would sit behind me
and look over your shoulder.
And look over my fucking shoulder when I
like nigga,
I'm you don't see me too. Like, cause I didn't.
Oh, he wants to be a part of the.
That is a part of. It's a part of the process.
I feel that. I feel that.
You gotta nurture the baby, but
I feel that.
I
feel that.
We not gonna. Y'all got a process that we not gonna really.
But now they got the breast thing.
I feel that. Important.
I feel that.
So I don't think either one of them should just be diminished or excluded when you come to talk about your motherfucking kids.
Especially when I always said that a woman can't raise a man and a man can't raise a woman. You know what I mean? They can make gentlemen and they can teach them things, but you can't raise a fully manly man as a woman because you don't know everything that a man knows.
This is true.
To teach your son.
You can install things, but I
you
feel
can go Google some stuff, but you got to think about it. Your last name, that you can't make that type like a Moore man. You got to have a Moore man to make a Moore man. Now, it could be another nigga help raise him, but he won't make him a Moore man.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
saying? He'll install whatever fuck his last name is into the little nigga, and it'd be that.
He gonna throw his salt and he gonna throw his baking soda and make it crack. This is pure cocaine. And now he got crack in this bull because he got that baking soda. But that's what I'm saying, man. So you can't, a woman can't do it. And a man can't do it. You can teach your girl to, and do it all this, and you learn to fight right front to back and wiping and da-da-da-da-da-da. But you can't deal with them cramp emotions. And you can't explain
the experience to her like a person that went through it.
You don't know what's going to go on.
So I feel you on that.
On this side of that. A woman don't know when he wake up with that morning wood what he really want to do with it, but he don't even know what to do with it because he only 11 or 12 and that wood's strong.
Yeah, it comes on.
I mean? Mama don't know what to tell him to do with that. Mama don't know to go in the bathroom and go take care of yourself and you're going to learn.
Often miss it. Well, some women miss it. Some women are keen to the shit. Like, I don't know that you... But it's a time when boys are young. Like, we call it when they nuts drop down. They walk different. They for real, they be... First, it's a whole clunky tripping over your feet thing. It's a boy. And then it's an awkward big boy. And then all of a sudden, the nigga spread his legs.
Yeah, he learning. He getting it.
I'm like, damn, that's a man.
He's getting it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So...
And you don't know what happened between that. As a woman, you can't know what happened between
right,
them.
Or sometimes I've seen women stunt that shit. I'm like, you cannot do that.
Yes.
Like, you got to let him do that.
Ooh.
Like,
when that hair start growing and mama don't come in here no more.
It's right, vice versa, like you say, like, my daddy, like, he wouldn't have been able to, like, be softer. I'm like, what the fuck you mean be soft? Like, a woman has to teach you
The lady hesitate,
Yeah, how
like
to
when a
sit.
nigga,
Yeah.
yeah, cause a nigga can't really give you that etiquette.
So,
and
Your
So,
posture,
equally
you know.
important. Each are equally important.
I feel
I'm
that.
gonna teach my daughter
So they
look a
should
man in the
respect
eye.
equally.
I
You know what
feel
I'm
it.
saying? Like how you would teach your son, look a man
Looking straight in the eye when you talking to
You
him.
know, so talking to a person, you know, let them know that
Straight in
you're
the eye.
honest. You know, shake the hand firmly and, you know, with a grasp and look the man in the eye when you talking. See, I mean, a woman can know it, but they don't know how to teach it.
But it's like I see what
swag to it.
what's happening though. I see because we have an influx of babies having babies. Like a lot of these young parents are young. They're like still kids themselves. They're really not fully raised, but they have babies. So we see the kids being taught things from the parents who are not really fully developed, and they're not being taught properly because the parents aren't taught properly, and it's a cycle that went on because the mother of the child that has a baby was not taught properly, and so on and so forth. So we see this cycle still going on, and we be like, man, what's going on with the generation of the children? But it's like we come from a whole different era. Like we can really say it. And I understand when them old fools used to be talking.
Yeah.
When I was a young nigga, like, oh, back in my day. Like, motherfucker, with the. Now I understand that because I sound like the nigga saying back in my day.
I done been
Talking to
through
these
what
young
you
folk.
going through. You, know
You
what
feel
I'm
me?
saying? I
Like-
get all that.
Yeah, bring all the way back around. I'm all for that shit because actually that would even the slopes and maybe it'll be less motherfucking missing daddies or broken homes and shit. I don't give a fuck.
So you agree with it? You think it's
Yes,
a good look?
like prick that man finger before you let him sign the motherfucking papers.
Let them sign
I
it in blood if it's
but
his.
I thought that was always the case. See, I've
No.
never had children.
No.
I thought you supposed to like know that it's your baby before you sign the birth certificate.
Nah,
Well,
niggas
the
can
only way
go.
you gonna know is if you do the DNA test.
But see, I signed all my
Mama's
kids'
baby,
birth
daddy's
certificate,
baby.
and I only married recently.
What the fuck?
No,
So
I
any
do that with my
motherfucker could
kids.
just come up to the hospital and be like, oh yeah, that's my baby mama. Let me sign the birth certificate.
Nah, it's gonna go.
Do
through.
the woman had to get permission to be like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
the
baby?
woman. It's all about the woman.
She got to get
Fill out-
permission first,
They
right?
gonna fill out the forms and everything. All you gonna have to do is put your signature. Like everything's gonna be done through the woman because it's her baby. This is
They'll
right.
let the woman gonna fill it out first. If you want to sign it, they'll let the man sign it after she's filled out
Yeah, after she
everything
filled
else.
Yeah.
If you married, they ain't gonna ask your husband.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Ain't just there. Even if the baby ain't yours,
Yeah,
nigga,
if you married,
it's just
I
there.
can sign it before.
You just
you sign.
assume that that's your baby, but you find out little Timmy been creeping back door, banging this bitch up and putting one up in her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Back down the line,
That's
18
why it's
years
good
later.
to take it. But see,
I'm
it's-
with taking
it's
it.
crazy because they say if you marry, you still don't have to take
But I thought it was automatic though. See, that's my own thing. I thought it was automatic.
though, because I be seeing some of these women end up with these boys' last names on these babies and shit without the boy name on the fucking. I'm like, how the fuck the bitch get the nigga last name in his name? Because there be no father listed.
Yeah.
And just stuck it on the nigga. Like
Child.
this is it.
Will be done had that father's last name. I'm like, what the fuck did that bitch
I don't know
do?
how they did that
Whose
one.
cousin
It-
worked at that hospital to have that?
What nigga did you
What
have?
they do?
Nah, she done
There might
had.
be some new shit.
Oh,
I don't know
shit.
what they doing.
Cause
I would like to know.
I don't
Y'all
remember
know, tell
ever
me.
really
I would like
showing.
to know.
I don't remember showing my ID. I really don't. I just did the paperwork and signed.
You just went and signed that shit.
I mean, I was
you could have
with
been a
her.
random
I
nigga
was
and
with
just
her.
signed it.
You know, I was with her. She told me it was me, and that's the fault.
But you could have signed another nigga name on
But
that
see, I could
motherfucker.
have been a nigga who came in there just
Sign
her
somebody
cousin.
else's name.
I could have been her cousin, and she'd be like, "I need this.
That's
I
right.
need this Johnson
Yeah.
last name."
And
And
You
sign
be
another
Brett
nigga
Johnson.
name.
So they had to see your ID when you did that?
Nah, I ain't
They
show no
did.
ID. No, I ain't show no
So
ID
you
ever.
could have been any fucking
You
body.
could have been anybody.
Any nigga could have been in the room with them bitches. But then it would be
And that's the part where,
I'll explore that shit because I'll be like,
See,
shit like
that's the part that threw me
I
off
done
right
had
there.
4 of them, and I never was in the. I never had to show my ID like I'm.
Now, as the
But
only,
they don't know what they can show your ID for because they don't know who you supposed to be. I can show my ID for whoever because all you know is who she tells you he is.
right.
I'm the only person sitting here with no biological children. Man, I don't understand that shit because listen,
I tell
I
you,
need to
I'm
know
the
for a
father.
fact that baby, and you really, like you said, you don't know until the shit go on because you could be under the assumption this baby's yours.
Exactly.
I feel the blood test part. Like you should be able to know before you go into this shit. Because if you sign this document,
That's
it can
a hard
come back.
conversation too to have it with some women.
That is. That's real. I can imagine the shit that come
Hey,
like,
I-
motherfucker, you think
I
I'm
trust
not
you,
one of those
but
women because I get it, but it's a hell.
it
yeah,
bring
a
up
lot of
trust
women I'm like,
issues,
Yeah, I
and it
trust
bring
you,
up
baby,
all
but-
kind of shit. But I want to be sure.
Mama's
The fuck
baby.
you
Hey, you
mean?
ever heard that?
Mama, baby, daddy,
Pop-
maybe.
Yeah, Papa's baby.
That's a true story. I lived through that shit through life. So it's like, damn, how do you decipher that in the world where people are just fucking so freely? Casual sex is just a
I
thing.
mean, it was like that in the 70s though, bro. When I was
It
coming up,
was.
this Woodstock, man, like Like,
and
man, I can tell you some stories.
But the biggest difference is back then it wasn't as much contraceptive as it is now. The disease factor wasn't. I mean, it probably was there, but not like we know about it now. Like AIDS and shit wasn't really known about like it is now.
It wasn't even no.
So
it was more like you can always get herpes.
You can always get all that shit.
You get syphilis, the clap.
It wasn't
gonorrhea.
in your face like it is now.
Yeah,
it's in your face now. Like,
you know they would get that and go get a shot, and they be back.
And
on
they
the stroke.
fucking.
Yeah, they on the stroke. Crabs.
No.
Like, do anybody even get crabs anymore? Is crabs go?
Still be crabs. I don't nobody say that shit.
I ain't
All
heard
kind of shit
crabs.
going on.
Yeah, I
That
heard.
was a thing when I was young. Like,
What?
Or they call it lice now. Did you say they call it lice?
No,
It's
lice
lice.
always been out. That's
Lice and crabs are the same. If you got lice, bitch, you got crab. Crabs is like
They're the
them
same
motherfuckers is close cousins. You got one. You got
crabs,
a crab is a lice. A lice is a crab.
crabs is in your pubic hairs. Lice is in your head.
Nigga, they all his hair.
Maybe that's why when
It's
I
the
have
same.
crabs no more, cause bitches barely got hair.
They ain't got.
For
Oh,
real.
they
They got
say
synthetic hair. They ain't there.
No more
Trying to
curtains.
say, y'all, I'm dead ass. I'm
Ain't no more
retarded a little
curtains.
Bit, but I'm dead.
They real
There's a
though.
lot of niggas who doing that too though.
Look,
Manscaping.
Man.
nigga got.
Okay.
Now hold on, time out. You know what? Now this is something I did want to think about.
Even though
I
we
manscape,
jumped off the
nigga.
topic, though.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with
We're
manscaping.
done with that topic, cause he don't went to manscaping.
Nothing wrong with manscaping. My nigga put that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's niggas with motherfucking with the hair though, like the chicks do. Niggas, I see. It was a nigga playing ball. This nigga came out on the court with some fucking dreadlock, but we know this nigga hair wasn't that long. Last week he had
Oh,
the picture,
yeah, that's
but his
bad.
shit growed out. He had long hair, like
I mean, but he might have had old locks.
Man,
and
fuck
sewed-
that,
and
man.
sewed
Hey,
back
bro.
in. I
Is
see
it
a lot of
okay?
people doing it.
Is it okay for niggas to go and get hair extensions?
No, it isn't.
What about
No, it
Vince
isn't.
hair?
And I know what you guys are going to say, that women get
Slim
hair
agrees.
extensions. We are women. Don't do that shit.
What about
If
if it's
you-
your hair?
Nigga, it ain't your hair, it's an extension, nigga.
No, it
Don't.
was your hair. You cut it and you put it
Well,
back.
you
Why the
cut
fuck
it.
would you cut it? You shouldn't have cut it.
You made a decision. So start all over. And go
Yeah,
ahead.
thank you, Slump.
But
Thank you.
don't do like the lace fronts, the quick weaves y'all get and y'all letting it. Don't do that shit. Just skin that shit on off. Like just
It's
take it all
growing,
off.
dog.
Take it if you don't want to. Just take it all out. We like. Ain't too many bitches don't like a bald head. Like even if your hair is shaped funny, we'll let you live with a bald head. Like,
Nigga, wear your
not
own
with the
shit.
weave. Not the man.
You putting goddamn 4 locks in your shit, boy. You had a fade.
Hey,
Hey, we
respect
got to
you.
pay some bills. We got to pay some bills. We got to go to commercial
Regular
break
money.
right now. We got to go.
She's not gonna tell him again, Slump.
She won't respect.
She's not gonna respect you, dog. You got glue in your hair. You gotta sleep like the bitch. Make sure your shit don't come out when you wake up and you look the same. We let them do that with the eyelashes and shit, nigga. Fuck is wrong with you, man?